you're going to discover that as you fill out your application, you have the option to write an essay that is called the Other Impactful Experiences Essay. It is considered optional, but we want to tell you why you should really strongly consider writing it, taking the time to write it. I know it's just another essay to write. And so some people say, well, it's optional. I would really rather not do it because it's already so much work to write my personal statement and all my activity descriptions. This is just another one. Do I really need to do it? And we're here to tell you why it's really important that you consider writing one. Now, this used to be called the disadvantaged essay back in the day, and it only changed names last year in 2023. So they changed it from the disadvantaged essay to the Other Impactful Experiences Essay. And they did that mostly to help destigmatize it and make more students feel comfortable considering writing one. Dr. Z, do you remember if you wrote a disadvantaged essay back in the day?
Yes, anything that was disadvantaged, I made sure that I used it. So if you're listening to us and you're a first generation college student, medical student, whatever it might be, take out the optional part. Please use this to your advantage because I feel personally for myself, it made a difference for my college application, for medical school applications, for everything. So I feel like it shouldn't be optional if you fall within those categories. I think you guys should totally just take advantage of it.
Yeah. And what did you write about? Do you remember what you included in your essay?
Oh, yeah. I included, well, I was a first generation college student, but I started it from when I was younger because my parents didn't even get through elementary school. So there was a lot of portions in my life where I was disadvantaged. And that's just from the beginning. The language was the other thing. And then also just having that lack of help. The socioeconomic status as well. I included that in there as well because I was one of those kids that we were always, in the free lunch programs, all that stuff too. So I definitely highlighted all those things. Again, I did that in my undergrad college application and I did it in medical school too. So I think it's important to highlight it because it really speaks to who you are. I don't think I would be the person I am today if I didn't go through all that. And it builds a lot of resiliency. And regardless of your background, I think when you get to medical school, the ones that survive and make it is because we have that resiliency. And I think all my hardships throughout my life and my disadvantaged moments is what really gave me that power and strength and endurance to pull through with it. When you are in a disadvantaged situation, you feel like you're not because that's what is around you. And I say that because I did have a friend who had applied to medical school and didn't think qualified for that portion when they applied to medical school and didn't get in. And it took someone from a medical school campus that he sought out to just get some advice. And while he was having that discussion and she was overlooking the application, she asked him, how come you didn't apply and, fill out this portion of disadvantage? He's like, oh, I'm disadvantaged. And she's like, yeah. And had to bring up those moments in his life that he was. And he goes, I never thought about that. I just thought that's how everybody was. Right. And I didn't think I was any different. So very important.